first time since 1945, the Cubs are headed to the World Series. Once again, the Dodgers are headed home after a Game 6 loss, 5-0. They were shut out. With Bill Plaschke and Dylan Hernandez, I'm Lindsay Theory for the Los Angeles Times. Bill, I've asked you this for the past two games. I asked you if you wanted to walk back that Dodgers to the World Series prediction. I know I walked it back. Why didn't you, Bill?
I didn't think Clayton Kershaw would give up 5 runs in a big game like this. I didn't think Andrew Toles would bat lead off and not catch a fly ball. I didn't think Josh Reddick could get picked off first base. I didn't think they would go down against Kyle Hendricks like just they couldn't wait to get out of here. You could tell the minute the game started, it was over before it started. The fans were out for blood. The players were preening and excited and pumped. And the Dodgers looked like they were walking to an execution. The bottom line is the Cubs were able to had the strength and depth to get over their 71 years of sordid history. The Dodgers didn't have any of that to get over their 28 years of history. 28 now, going on 29.
Dylan, after the Dodgers took a 2-1 lead in the series, you wrote that the Cubs were choking. The next night they came back, they won. They won big. You said you gave them the Heimlich maneuver, or maybe your article did, but what really happened to these Cubs?
I think what happened was that the Dodgers kind of ran out of quality pitching. You know, this was the problem actually when, you know, even when they reported to spring training, this was the question they had, that they basically had Kershaw, they had a bunch of pitchers that we knew were going to get injured, and they did, and it basically left them in a position where they had to go to the Julio Uriases and the Kenta Maedas, and kind of the momentum of the series went the other way.
October hasn't always been kind, Bill, to Clayton Kershaw, but I think it's really hard if you want to be a Dodgers fan and to look at him and say he failed here because he pitched a couple of gems in the division series.
But the optics are the optics, and that is in 3 of the last 4 postseason failures, he was on the mound the final game of the season. So that does not change. I still think he's gotten rid of most of his demons, but there's still a part of it. A game like this, you have to wonder. You have to wonder what happened. He says he's healthy. He says he's feeling fine. He
says that, but do you necessarily believe him?
No, I think his back is probably hurting too. And we'll find out later this winter just how bad his back is. But again, they ran him out there, and he held the same team to 2 hits in 7 innings just less than a week ago.
And Dylan, finally, Dave Roberts, it was his first season as manager. He definitely made some gutsy calls through the postseason. Looking back, are there any of those calls that you think Dave Roberts would certainly want back?
Not really. I think he had to make do with what the roster that he had. I mean, I think a lot of the aggressive bullpen moves that he made, again, were kind of a reflection of this whole chain effect of things that started, again, because they didn't have starting pitching depth, you know, which in turn affected the bullpen, and, you know, they had shortage of arms, and they kind of had to do some unconventional things. I would actually argue, right, that if anything, the big breakout star for the Dodgers in this postseason was Dave Roberts.
I thought you were going to say Julio Urias.
No, not quite.
No, the breakout star for the Dodgers was Keith Williams Jr. He was the breakout star for the Dodgers. You know who he is?
The national anthem singer back at Dodgers Stadium. All right.
He was tremendous.
Bill, your singing on our videos through the postseason was tremendous too. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, I know. My song was cut way too short. I thought we'd be in Cleveland. In fact, they even tweeted before the game that they were going to send Urias to Cleveland early to get some rest. I was so certain the Dodgers was going to win these 2 games. It never got the shame of it all is it never got to the Bishop. If it could have gotten to the Bishop, this thing could have been consecrated, and it never got to the Bishop.
Can you sing "Go Cubs Go"? Just for
Go Cubs Go.
No, okay. You want to sing? Will you sing with me? We're all 3 of us singing together.
I'm not singing.
Okay. Let's sing it. Come on, Lindsay.
I'm not singing.
We have to. We got to eat our crow.
You guys, go.
Go Cubs, go. Go Cubs, go.
Okay.
Cubs
I'm
go.
going home. I'm
Today.
going back to
Cubs
Los
are going
Angeles.
win today.
Thank you so much for sticking with us through this
we eat our
traveling postseason show with Bill Plaschke and Dylan Hernandez. I'm Lindsay Theory for
And
the
the
LA
Bishop.
Times. The Bishop is Rich Hill, who will not pitch in Game 7. See everyone back in LA.